So I'm working for a financial institution, and I'm like barely making it financially. I actually think that was quite ironic. However, like I look good. I look good on the outside. Like I was squeezing every penny. Honestly, I was also even living on credit cards, and I packed lunches. I worked Saturday, so it was a 40-hour work week, and you work like 2 Saturdays out the month too. So sometimes like a 46-hour work week. I was like literally pulling. I was literally like pulling all stops. I remember one time where it was either pay the car insurance or like skip like a couple of meals, and that's how real like things got. I actually really got good at knowing like the billing cycles of things. There was this. This is like it's crazy how like real when I'm saying this, how all these things kind of come back. I remember at one time I had to have at least $3.21 for a tank of gas. That's when like gas prices were like $3.21. And I'll make sure I have like $4 or $5 in my account, and I'll go to the gas station, and rather than hit debit and only pull out the amount that I have in there, I actually hit credit, fill up my tank so it will last me the entire week, right? And then on Friday, pay back, right? Well, if I did it on Friday and I need something for the entire weekend, I'll hit credit at that $3.21, and I know it wouldn't hit until like Monday or sometimes Tuesday. If Monday was like a holiday, it takes like 2 days. And I got good at those little tricks in life, and it just got to a point where like, man, like enough is enough. Like I have a daughter to fend for. And the people ahead of me at my job, at my work at that time, they honestly almost complained about the same exact thing. Like they made a little bit more money, but there was always more a month at the end of the money for them too. And I just had it. I just had it. I'm like, man, they had to be a better way. There had to be a better way. I always love helping people. I always love being of service to people. I just never had an outlet to be able to express it. I kind of thought for me, I was doing everything right. You know, I was at that time I was 24 years old. You know, I was branch account manager at a financial institution. I had a daughter, and honestly, I had an aging mom to also take care of. You know, she immigrated to the United States to kind of give us a better life. You know, she honestly only had like a third grade education, and she's done the best that she possibly can, you know, for me and for us. And I was like, man, I gotta step up more. I gotta do more. There has to be a better way. Because I was always growing up, I played sports, and I actually had a degenerative disc in my lower back. I always went to the chiropractor a lot, and also my job required me like, you know, sitting down on the computer and typing all the time. So I went to the chiropractor often, and I remember this one time I was going to the chiropractor, and my cousin calls me. He was like super excited over the phone. He was like, dude, man, you wouldn't believe it, man. Like, bro, like he just gotten a lady some results with the MLM's product that we're in, that he was in at that time. I wasn't in at that time, right? That he was in, and he was like, bro, like she just called me and told me thank you, unknowing to him. She was going through a divorce. Like the home was like a little hectic at the time. There was just all this tense and pressure, and he's like, man, thank you so much, man. Like I'm feeling a lot better about myself. Like you just changed my life. Thank you. And he's like, man, bro, that feels amazing. Like I feel I have a sense of fulfillment. And ding, 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 ding. That's what I was looking for. I'm like, man, a sense of fulfillment. I remember within that month, I got started, and I attended an event, and I saw other people just like me being able to do the things that I wanted to. One, they were like the top of the compensation plan. But two, I remember this one guy who was came back from the military, Within 2 years of working really hard, he was able to retire his mother. He also now has time freedom as well. I was like, oh man, whatever this is, I'm like, man, I hope this is my sign. Whatever this is, I'm in. And when I go in, I'm going all the way in. Like, both feet, I'm diving head first. Like just show me the game plan. What exactly do we have to do? At this time, this was in Vegas. And when I got back, I hit the ground running. Like, I executed everything. I remember one of the things that it told me was like, man, write down a list of all your friends and family that you know could possibly use this product or the opportunity. So I did that. I wrote the whole thing. And also I remember just going through that, and there was like this kind of, I felt kind of not slimy, but there's just a little unease because, you know, it was doing like a 3-way phone call. I think I actually still hurt my relationship with my uncle because of that time. And I was like, okay, so I did that, but you know, that runs out after a while, and I did all this other prospecting. You guys, when I say I work hard, like I go hard. I remember hitting malls, pretending like I'm shopping. Like I'll go window shopping to have conversations, talk to like every cashier. I even did I did flyers, like whatever way in which I can get the word out. Like, hey, I can help you if you need this kind of help. Reach out to me. Like whichever way I could do that, like I was doing it. It was cold nights. I'm saying freezing cold, but you know, we had this daily method of operation in which, you know, I've committed to the amount of things I wanted to do, in that, like, it was like no matter what, I would do it. Like that was my mindset. It was like no matter what, if this is what I have to do to be successful, I'm down. I'm going to do it. Like no one is going to outwork me. That was my because I realized I needed not be the smartest, but if I could work hard, you know, I would give myself a shot to be able to be successful. And so I did all that, and I was just like, man, like I was burning bridges, relationships. I'm like, there has to be a better way. I actually recruited. I got some success with that method. And here's the thing: that the model was that everyone else would have to go do the same exact thing again, and not everyone was willing to do that. Not everyone, honestly, was. I think some people just joined because one, I was just excited, or two, they kind of just felt sorry for me because I was just, I was like just really, really, honestly desperate to succeed and to win and to be able to have more time freedom for myself and my daughter, and also be able to, you know, accomplish this goal for my mom and just live. And I honestly, I went searching. I'm like, listen, there has to be another way. And I looked at what the top earners are doing in my MLM and other MLMs, and they were not doing most of the things they were telling me to do. I'm like, ding, 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 ding. They had systems in place to create the time freedom where they're not having to repeat themselves over and over again over the same presentation. They're not doing much hotel meetings. Sometimes they might do it for like train people, but that's not their main way of getting it. They had an online presence. They had systems in place to create the time leverage. They only talk to the people that actually would, like, the system will vet the right people in. Like, they had all these other things going. I'm like, that's what they're doing. That's what I'm supposed to be doing too. And so I started to implement. I found a system to create more leverage for my own self, so that, especially if you don't have much time, you can still be successful, because systems don't sleep like us, or systems don't need any rest. It's 24/7. And another thing was not having to like bug family or friends if you slimy when you're making like a sale or whatever the case is. And I had to change my whole mindset of selling. Like selling is actually being of higher service to people, right? So how can I do that without having to feel like shisty or weird about it? Just have a presentation do it for you, and if they're really interested, and then you just answer any other 1 or 2 questions that they have, and boom, you're able to help them. Okay, that would solve it. Another thing was like, man, like, how about the overwhelm that I felt? I felt overwhelmed when I got started because, they had this compensation plan, they had these acronyms that you had to learn, and all this other stuff that you had to do in order to like kind of get a gauge of. I just felt overwhelmed. It was like, for my new guys now coming in, and this is what the other guys were doing. They created a simple success path. A success path. So only the information which you need at the moment was given. And it's like a fast track program. You do A plus B plus C plus D, and before you know it, you're all the way to Z. It's like 1 + 1 = 2, and like this is all you need, and this is all you need. And so I went and created that for myself, and now for everyone that joins on my team, they get that, and they love and appreciate that. It's like, man, thank you so much. Like, you've answered a lot of these questions ahead of time, so that when I come in, I'm not feeling overwhelming. Too, there's a system that actually creates the leverage where I can still live my life, and not only being an MLM and be of service and help other people, but this is like true duplication. I can actually teach and give this to other people to do the same thing, and I'm like, yes. So for everyone that applies in my downline, if they get accepted, they get those systems as part of everything else, plus support, plus just things to make life easier. And it's not to like be like super selfish or anything, but like only work with the people that really want to do this. Only work with people that really have the mindset to do this, and not people that just feel sorry for you or just want to help out because they're friends and family, or just want to hang out or not do much. Like when I got success, most of the people that I actually even had, they didn't do too much, and not all of them were willing to even burn those bridges with their friends and family, and I don't blame them. I didn't have the system at that time to be able to help them out, or no one was teaching this. Like no one else was teaching this, and it was like, it was yeah. So, anyways, so now for everyone that started to come in. Now that they have that, it just makes life so much easier. So if that is something that you want to do, and you feel like, hey, listen, I have the mindset and I want to help people, but I want to be able to do it in a way that is simple and actually creates leverage, and that's true duplication, and then apply. And those are the guys we get to take a look at, and if they get accepted, and then they get the systems, they get how to recruit, they get how to leverage, get the fast pack, and learn how to sell without being salesy. Like they get the whole system, and it's super exciting. So let's get it. I'm super excited to connect with you guys and with everyone that comes in from there. I see you guys inside the members areas, and definitely looking forward to connecting with you and hearing more of your story and your successes. So let's get it, you guys. Peace.